Hi everybody, this is a light language transmission, just carrying on with the energies of the 1212 gateway. So this one carries on from the last one. I've got quite a strong channel coming through and I'm finding it difficult to speak. So what I've been having come up since the transmission yesterday is a continuation of the world we know dropping away. So our attachment to anything that we have that's given us security, the old type of security, the security in the 3D world, things such as finances, routines, roof above our head, maybe romantic connections or friendships, relationships of various kinds, coming up for assessment and realizing that you don't need to be attached to them and that you can move beyond them, let's just say. So if you thought that they were making you happy because they gave you some sort of security or safety in a positive way, realizing that it's actually possible to go in a different direction away from those things. So with that comes a lot of sadness. I've been feeling the energies of sadness in the letting go of what served you. They keep showing me the lower level dimensions. With that feeling of, oh gosh, actually I don't need that. I'm being challenged to let go of that. There is an opening to higher possibility. So it's transmuting the concept in your mind that this is the way it is and this is what works and this is what has to be, and opening up to the potential of there being a higher lifestyle or a higher way of living for you that is dropping in right now as we move to the higher timeline. So it's really getting that at that conscious level and the ego kind of letting go of holding you to what has been working in the past and opening to you to a more expanded version of what could work in the present as we shift into the new at this pivotal point. So with that, I've been feeling huge heart expansions, the ribs expanding, the sternum expanding, to allow this huge divine love energy in, this divine love which equals abundance. It equals the abundant lifestyle where you're met on all levels. And again, this connects into the extended that I'm going to do for the last one, which I will upload today. So it's the being met on all levels and listening to your higher guidance to show you the way there without consciously knowing the next step. So this not knowing the next step is really important to trust that, because you can't know it with your conscious mind at this point, because the conscious mind is still attached to the physics of the old world that we're moving away from and the consciousness of that. And it's asking you to open your mind to the possibilities that you haven't yet conceived of. And to do that, it's a real dropping of the ego, which is also a dropping of your own identity, and that can feel sad. You can feel grief around that. Really do let yourself grieve. Let yourself properly process those feelings of sadness and grief, and even a bit of feeling lost of, well, who am I then if I'm not these things that I identify with? And within that, I've been really strongly feeling the emotion of relief, of being met on all levels. I can feel that that's where we're going. So I can feel this, how it feels on the other side, which is abundant and it's joyful, and I cried when I could feel what's coming. I'm not consciously aware of it. I can't see what it looks like, but I can feel it because it's already in our energy field. It's already there. We're stepping into it. So an example is that some time ago I watched a video on YouTube where a little girl had all she wanted from the bottom of her heart was a puppy, and she got one for Christmas. And as she opened the present and it was a puppy inside and the puppy dived into her arms, I'm going to cry now. She cried and cried and cried from the joy of receiving her heart's desire. And that's what I feel coming in, your heart's desire. But it's not just one thing like a puppy. It's being met on all levels. And so this is what I've been feeling anchoring, and these are the emotions that have been coming up, that you may feel coming up, but be aware when they come up that there is this other feeling as you connect to the new, and really letting go of your mind, and so that you can really open up to any possibility which is going to be better than you could consciously conceive of or that you could imagine. So the cards coming up connect to yesterday's reading also. Two of the cards were in yesterday's reading. So the first one is protecting treasure, and I'm reading that a bit differently today because I see that as what we're moving away from. Card 39, protecting treasure, is moving away from protecting what we've worked hard for. It also looks a bit like base chakra because it's like roof overhead, protecting from the elements. Security, safety. It's about that safety and security coming from a lower paradigm, a lower way of living, where it's based in a different level of consciousness. And that was all that was available to us. This new timeline was not yet available to us until this point. And then the next one is riding the wave. So we're riding the wave of the new energies carrying us in to the higher timeline. And it's interesting this is 14 because the 14th is the day of the solar eclipse. And the dolphins bring joy and they carry you high across the rainbow bridge into the new higher timelines. Aside from that, I've been seeing visions around this card of being at that point where the wave is forming, and I can, it's not yet formed, it's not taken shape, and then as you ride it, it gets bigger and stronger and it takes shape, and it carries you stronger, and then it drops you onto the shore, onto the secure shoreline, and I can see the angels around that conducting that in the unformed stage. And when we're in that unformed stage, we don't know what shape the wave's going to take or where it's going to carry us, and that's where we are. We're in that stage. So we're then moving from that into coming to life, and this card is the same meaning from the previous one, is really bringing that new life in. This is the abundance, this is the joy, and this is then the new world constructing around our heart's desires and our soul's desires, it reorganizing around us as us being the pivotal point as we arrive on that new shore. And then this one is at the base, which is the it's called the storm fields, but it's like the tornado coming through and clearing everything out of its way. And that feels a little bit what's happening to our old life, although maybe in a more gentle way depending on each individual. However, in the eye of the storm is the stillness, and that coming to life feels like it's the stillness in the eye of the storm, where the tornado, it carries you to the new paradigm, just like in The Wizard of Oz, where Dorothy is taken to a magical new world. But in the center of the tornado is stillness, and the forces of nature are revolving around that, reorganizing around that. And when you come out of it, you're in a whole new world and a whole new life. And that's what this feels like. So I'm going to bring some light language in around that. We're focusing on the dolphins. We're on the crest of the wave. We're riding it. We're strong. We're powerful. We're trusting where we're being taken onto the new shore. And it's vibrating to the number 14. Iko kotoko sotoko choboto sokotoko bata chakabata sakataka poko toko chibita kasataka pakakata kakasa toko botoko choboko sotoko bitika bataka toko ikata chakataka toko sokoto bitika chakabakata sakatapoko boboko toboko sotoko botoko choboko to isa chakapataka kataka kasa toko toboko to sokoto botaka kataka sachopoko toboko toboko isa kataka toko koko toko koko choboko sotoko boko to sokotoko toko choboko to I'm feeling that the wave taking us into the center of the tornado, which doesn't sound so good in theory, but it's just showing me really taking us into this still space where we're rebirthed into the new, and everything around us is changed in alignment to our heart's desires. Also, we got initiation by fire yesterday, which was, like activating from the inside, the flame inside us. And I'm now feeling initiation by air, which is being carried through. The air is everything's cleaned and cleared and moved around us into place. So I'm feeling the element of air, which is obviously harnessed by the tornado as well. And I'm feeling the rainbow come through after the storm. And the rainbow is also the rainbow bridge, where we are taken into the higher alignment, the higher attunement, the higher dimensions, the higher timeline. Timeline of integrity and joy. I'm going to link below a song that's been in my head around the gateway into this 12-12 vibration. So from about the 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th today, constantly had the song in my head, Holy by Justin Bieber. So it's like, when you hold me, hold me, hold me, it feels so holy, holy, holy. And this is about, that connection at the higher soul level, the spiritual feeling of oneness when you're together. And This is the feeling that's coming in, is this oneness and this balance in all your connections, and in what you're doing in your day. So there is... I watched the video for that just before starting this reading, and it's such a high integrity video. A lot of the ones that have been coming through, the energies we've been transmuting have been a bit lower vibration and bringing up issues that need to be cleared and transmuted between the masculine and feminine energies, the wounded masculine, the wounded feminine, and bringing in selfishness and things like that, and loss. And this is really about where it's very relevant to this reading, because it's where in the video he loses his job, but in that he's told he's valued, and it's out of their control that the job has to close down, yet they remain together and strong and in integrity, and they don't know where they're going. They don't know where the next meal is. They don't have a roof over their head. So this is again letting go of everything that all their routines and everything they've been attached to. As they move forward, another kind person in integrity invites them into their home, where their relationship is a holy relationship also, and there's a lot of love and looking after each other and looking after mankind. I'm feeling the emotion of that come through, that higher love, that higher community coming through. And you know that even though they don't know where they're going and what the next step is, that they're looked after. And this is the feeling that I'm feeling coming in, this security that comes with being connected to the abundance matrix rather than the lack matrix. And it's been really clear to me too that we can't connect to the poverty consciousness anymore, because we have chosen the higher timeline. And that door is closing on the poverty matrix once you've really stepped onto the new. I'm seeing the future looks bright. So I'm going to bring in now one of my paintings from many years ago, and it's about the formation of the waves, and it's about the angelics connecting and like a symphony. It's called symphony because it's how nature and the higher aspects create all form and all shape, and how it's all malleable, and the wave is an example of that. And in the painting it's twin waves and twin angels, twin flame angels, and they are organizing the shape of the double barrel wave as it carries you onto shore. So there are codes in that which I would like to share with you. So really feeling this sense of oneness, unity, community, support and safety. And I can't even explain the feeling of safety that comes with this abundance that's coming, this being met on all levels that's coming, the heart's desires being delivered and met. So just receive the codes from that artwork. And here's the light language that goes with it. Also being told that you may travel in your sleep to higher dimensions, to retrieve the maps unconsciously of where you're going to next. So the way will be imprinted in your sacred heart, your sacred mind, which you will access at the right times by following your intuition. That's the codes coming in now to imprint them in your heart. Okay, so there's been a really big heart activation, so do really allow yourself to let those emotions move out. Honor them, love them, receive that feeling that's coming in. And yes, I'm feeling you step onto that new platform. Inako Oto O. Okay, blessings everyone. Take care.